YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing a new look 2019 Raptors rebuild. The reason why I'm not doing this centered around Kawhi Leonard is because I already kind of did a Kawhi Leonard Raptors rebuild when it was just a rumor. The only thing is I have OG Anunoby in the trade because that was the rumor going around at the time. So I can go ahead and put that in the description, the link in the description below for that video. But for this video, this is just a new look 2019 Raptors rebuild. This isn't focused around Kawhi Leonard, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to keep this man or not, or going to keep him, just because realistically, I don't know if he would actually even stay on this team. But one thing's for sure, the Raptors have a nice defensive lineup for this season. So let's go ahead and see what their rotation's looking like. They have Kyle Lowry, Danny Green starting at the shooting guard, they have Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, can you even call him that anymore? I'm not quite sure. Jonas Valanciunas, CJ Miles, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam. I have a hard time pronouncing that name too. OG Anunoby, and DeLorean Wright, and Norman Powell isn't even getting any minutes. Wow. Now, I have heard some, I did see some people say that OG Anunoby would start at the 2 guard, which I could see that, which I could definitely see them doing that. Kawhi Leonard maybe starting at the 2 guard and OG Anunoby play the 3. I can see them doing that, but I might just leave it how it is, just, you know, just because it's whatever. But as far as the contract situation goes, of course, we're going to be doing 3 seasons today. Also, by the way, Danny Green's going to be a free agent. Kawhi Leonard will definitely decline that. So, Jonas Valanciunas. And, of course, like I said, and Norman Powell has a massive contract extension. But definitely might be some opportunities for him next season. Fred VanVleet, of course, is locked up for the next 2 seasons. CJ Miles has got a player option after this season as well. He will probably accept that, I would think. DeLorean Wright's going to be a free agent. So we definitely have, it's definitely going to be interesting. I don't know what we're going to do as far as the Kawhi Leonard situation goes. I'm not sure. I don't know if I should start Danny Green or not, because, or start OG Anunoby or not. Contract extensions, nobody is decided. Of course, like I said, probably not going to, re-sign Danny Green after this season, but Kawhi Leonard, I'm going to make a decision because, you know, we never thought Paul George would ever sign with the Thunder long term, but you know what he did this last offseason? He did. So Kawhi Leonard could do it as well, but I'm not sure, man. I don't know, just the way this situation played out, Paul George at least let the Pacers know. He was like, man, I'll play this season out with you guys, but I'm going to the Lakers after this. But at least he told him that. Kawhi Leonard refused to play for the Spurs. Like, that was kind of different, but I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see. And I hope Kawhi Leonard isn't a baby and refuses to play for the Raptors as well, because I would lose a little respect for him if he did do a situation like that. But let's see how this team does. No change, so let's just see how this team does, and then we'll build from there. At the end of the season, Kawhi Leonard does make the All-NBA 3rd team, and, well, he makes the All-Defensive 1st team as well. As far as the player stats, we were 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. As far as the player stats, Kawhi Leonard led the way with 22 points. Lowry had 17 points. Jonas Valanciunas had 14, and Serge had 12. CJ Miles had 12 off the bench, and Fred VanVleet had 11 as our 6th man. Awesome stuff. Was he our 6th man? I don't know. Was he? Yes, he was. So, great 6th man for this team, and out of Wichita State, which I absolutely love. And then, of course, where are we at? I'm tripping. Okay, facing the Brooklyn Nets in the 1st round, so there should be a 1st round win, I believe, because the Nets aren't quite ready for playoff contention, but, you know, who knows? They might just... Okay, never mind. They did not come back. So, here's the big question now, guys. Are the Celtics... still the favorites to win the East after this trade? I believe they probably still are, but, you know, you never know. We're up 2-0, and we're up 3-0, and according to 2K, although 2K does disrespect the Celtics quite a bit, we beat them in 5, which I think this series would be a lot more competitive than 5 games, of course. But Giannis versus Kawhi Leonard, that would be an interesting playoff series, so let's see how it goes. We do even it up with them. They're up 2, or we're up 2-1. We beat them in 5. All right, so who are we going to be playing? We're facing the Golden State Warriors. So, you know, this is definitely a possibility of the finals next year. Like, I'm not ruling this out. This could definitely be our finals matchup next year. One thing I am excited about for the NBA next season, though, we're guaranteed at least a new finals matchup, okay? The Cavaliers are not making the finals. That's just facts. There's no way, right? There's no way. At least I wouldn't think so. The Warriors will probably obviously make it, but at least we're going to see a new team out of the East. Like, that's at least that we could accept. But for some reason, Kawhi Leonard is just leading this team over the Warriors. And let's see, we beat them in 6 games. Kawhi Leonard is just a beast, I guess. 17 points per game, 8, almost 18, 9 rebounds, 3 steals. Holy crap! So Kawhi Leonard wins Finals MVP. Now, based off that, would Kawhi Leonard even still stay? Playoff stats. Let's see how that went. I was looking at playoff stats, but I guess it disappeared. Anyway, but now it's all up to me. Where do I want to go in this video? What direction do I want to take in this video? Do I want to just re-sign Kawhi Leonard, see how this team does? Or do I want to let Kawhi Leonard walk like he probably will in real life? Like, there's a huge possibility that he will in real life, but once again, we never know. Or, like, do I just let him walk and then I build the team based off of that? Or do I keep him? Now, that is a big decision to make. I wish I could ask you guys, like, live right now, but of course I can't. This is a video, pre-recorded video. I don't know, man. I don't know what I should do, but of course, we just coming off a championship. Let's see how the draft lottery looks. We, obviously, we do not have our pick. Nets via Toronto, so okay, not worried about that. We traded our pick to the Spurs, so we shouldn't have a pick at all. Nick Nurse is the head coach, so I'm going to make sure we don't have a pick, of course, because we shouldn't have one. All right, don't. All right, so Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka are under contract for 1 more year, 1 more season. So is Van VanVleet, DeLon Wright. I just extended him, and Norman Powell 3 years. So he's here for a while, and he's apparently a lockdown defender. So Norman Powell, I think, would definitely benefit if Kawhi Leonard left, because there'd be a lot of more minutes because, you know, DeMar DeRozan's gone, and then now there's some minutes open for maybe a Norman Powell start, possibly. Now, man, I'm really torn. Like, I have no idea where I want to take this video. Like, do I want to re-sign Kawhi, or do I just want to take this video in a different direction? I have no idea. Kawhi Leonard declines, Jonas Valanciunas declines, CJ Miles accepts, OG Anunoby, of course, will accept all these guys. Yeah, we'll go ahead and accept him as well. And then qualifying offers, Raul Hawkins is there. But, man, this is where I got to make the decision, guys. I don't know what I want to do yet. Danny Green, I probably won't be bringing you back. Or you, or you, or you. Kawhi Leonard and Jonas Valanciunas are about to be free agents. We'll probably have a little bit of money in cap space if we don't decide to re-sign either of those two. Man, I'm really torn. What do I do, guys? I might have to flip a coin on this, guys, because after this season, no one is basically locked up besides Norman Powell and maybe DeLon Wright, I guess, and OG Anunoby, but everyone else is about to be a free agent, and Kyle Lowry, of course, is 33 years old, so I don't know if Toronto wants to re-sign him. I mean, they probably would re-sign him, but I don't know for how much money. So I'm gonna have to think about this for a second, guys, and I'll get back to you when I have a decision on where I want to take this rebuild. Guys, so I've come to a decision, and my gut is telling me to let Kawhi Leonard walk. Like, realistically, in real life, he's gonna walk. Like, that's my gut, and I'm gonna stay with that because I believe that Kawhi Leonard's probably gonna go to the Lakers. I mean, the opportunity is right there. It's literally knocking on his door. He could literally go walk to the Lakers. Like, I'm gonna let him do that. He's 20 years old, and I'm not sure if the Raptors could, you know, put a team around him right now. I mean, Kyle Lowry's about to expire. I don't know how well they're about to re-sign him. Serge Ibaka is about to expire as well. So I don't know if they could build a team around Kawhi Leonard after these two go. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know. Okay, he's 20 years old. I just have a feeling Kawhi Leonard isn't going to stay in Toronto. I could be totally wrong, but for the video and just for the realistic purpose, I'm going to go ahead and just let him walk. So Kawhi Leonard, I'm officially renouncing you, taking this video in a different direction. Remember, this isn't a Kawhi Leonard Raptors rebuild. This is a 2019 new look rebuild. That's why I did not title the video a Kawhi Leonard, because I had a feeling I might do that. So, like I said, there's going to be a ton of money freed up, though. So, we definitely have a big decision to make on what we're going to do with this team, guys. I have no idea how this team is going to go. Norman Powell looks like a guy that's locked up. Kawhi Leonard's gone. So, do we re-sign Jonas Valanciunas? I believe we do. I mean, why not? He's only 27, so he still has a purpose here. So, I'll give him 25 mil for, should I give him 5 seasons? Or 3 or 2? 25 mil for 2 years. I'm going to go 2 years. Or, no, let's just give him 4 years. All right, so Jonas Valanciunas, welcome back to Toronto Raptors, right? I mean, I would say that's a decent signing, I would say. Hopefully, you guys agree. So, Jonas Valanciunas back to the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard, of course, probably going to go to the Lakers like he wants to. DeLon Wright, Norman Powell, I think, will get the start now, or he will get some minutes at least, because he's getting paid and he wasn't getting any minutes. So DeLon Wright, I'll probably move him to the shooting guard. And then Norman Powell will probably start because I like Fred VanVleet and, of course, DeLon Wright to come off the bench. And then CJ Miles, OG Anunoby will share those small forward minutes. Serge Ibaka, Pascal Siakam. So basically this will be the same team. And then next year is where it's going to start to get interesting because Serge and Kyle Lowry are going to be free agents. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. So next year is where it should get interesting. So we're going to get Jonas Valanciunas back. And I guess we'll live with that. Like, we'll live with that. So Jonas Valanciunas is the only move of this offseason. I know some of you guys might be very upset with what's his offers, the Kings and the Pacers. So he might not even be going to the Lakers in this video. Although I really do want to send him to the Lakers. Like, just because I think it's the most realistic thing that's going to happen. I really do want to send him to the Lakers. Like, I really do. I don't know why Luol Deng. I thought Luol Deng's contract would expire by now, but I think I might send him to the Lakers just for the hell of it, just because, like, or the Clippers, I guess. But I'll probably send him to the Lakers just to see how that team would do. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then basically, guys, this is the Toronto Raptors team for next year. So definitely not as good, of course, with Kawhi Leonard on it, but let's see if we can still make the playoffs with this team at least. Alright guys, so I'm near the contract extension deadline and the trade deadline, and I'm here giving out some contracts. CJ Miles wants to resign, but I'm probably not going to bring him back. Kyle Lowry and Serge Ibaka both want to resign. Kyle Lowry doesn't want too... Oh, wait, hold on. Kyle Lowry doesn't want too bad of a contract, but I'm not sure I want to commit to him, you know? So I'm not quite sure about that yet, but as far as the contracts I've given out so far, obviously Jonas Valanciunas' contract is here, which... You know, it's debatable. I kind of maybe gave up a little too much, but it's whatever. Not much I can do about it now. Of course, DeLon Wright, I did extend him, which I am perfectly okay with doing that because I think he's a big part of the Raptors' future. And then Pascal Siakam also gave him a pretty massive contract extension. But like I said, he's a big part of Toronto Raptors, so definitely why I give him a contract extension. But like I said, you got two young players locked up. But Kyle Lowry, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. 33 years old. He's shown where his age can bother him, but if Kyle Lowry will take a 2-year deal, and maybe I'll give you maybe like an 18 mil. This is where we start at 19.65 for 2 years, maybe something like that. Would you accept that? Has accepted the offer. So I'm okay with doing that. So we definitely just got rid of Kyle Lowry for... You know, or we didn't get rid of him. We just signed him for a nice contract. Like, that's not too bad at all. He's going to be getting paid 19 mil, then 21 mil. That's not too bad for an aging player. But then you have Serge. We're going to have a lot of cap space as well next season, it looks like. We're just going to have, obviously, OG Anunoby's contract. But Serge Ibaka, we'll have to re-sign Fred VanVleet as well if we can. I don't know how much money he's going to want. But we'll have to re-sign him. And then let's see... As far as Serge Ibaka goes, do I trade him at the NBA or do I trade him at the trade deadline? Just because I don't think I will be resigning him. I just don't think that is something I'm going to do. So, I mean, do I trade him here and then see what I can get for him now, or do I just let him walk? So, let's see what we can get for him now, of course. We can get Dwayne Dedmon, Miles Plumlee, so a nice backup center, I guess. I mean... If we can just get like a pick, like a second rounder, I mean, I think that's a like decent value. As long as you're getting something back, right? Because I mean, he could just walk for free. Or should I just keep him for the playoff run? Like, I don't know. What should I do? Pascal Siakam, though, could get some minutes starting if I do trade Serge away. So, what I think I'll do is I did like this Hawks trade. As long as Miles Plumlee is a free agent after the season, which I believe he is. Although I'm going to check just in case. He is a free agent after the season. So I'm okay with this trade, and we get Dwayne Dedmon, who's a quality backup center, 30 years old, not too bad of a contract, although I would have to pay him around 7 mil next year. Now I'm not sure if I want to do that. You know, it's not horrible. So as long as I can get a second rounder out of this trade too, I think it's not too bad. Although, why would the Hawks trade for Serge Ibaka? I mean, maybe they get rid of Dwayne. Now, you know what? We'll leave him. We'll just leave him. Gallon, I mean, should I just leave him though? Like, I'm gonna debate back and forth. I'll probably just let him walk in the offseason. Just leave him for now. And then we'll see how it goes. So, I'll leave him for now. We extend Kyle Lowry, extend a couple other players, and let's finish the season out. Right at the end of the season, we are still second in the Eastern Conference. The Lakers are the 4th seed in the Western Conference. I didn't even think they made the playoffs for a second, but Kawhi Leonard is on the Lakers. I forced him to go there, so let's see how they did. They had 22 points, 20 points from Kawhi Leonard, so a nice duo in LeBron and Kawhi Leonard. So very interesting. League leaders, Damian Lillard. I've never looked at this, but Lillard, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. All right, so let's see how our guys did. That's what I was wanting to look at, but I looked at the wrong thing. Kyle Lowry led the way with 18 points still, so I'm very comfortable with the contract I gave him. I don't think it's too bad. Fred VanVleet, of course, had 13 off the bench. Serge Ibaka, 13. CJ Miles with 13. And OG Anunoby with 12.5. So definitely more of a team effort now that there's really no true star here. I guess Kyle Lowry is the leader of this team, but we're facing Orlando Magic in the first round, so I believe we should make at least a second-round appearance in these playoffs. I mean, maybe we get farther. I don't know. Let's see how we do, though. We do win in 5 games. Milwaukee is our next matchup. We beat them last year, but they're up 2-0 on us now, and they're up 3-0, and they don't sweep us. We actually lose in 5, which is very understanding. So, Milwaukee and Houston, and Milwaukee wins the championship. Okay, so, all right. So, how is this free agency going to look as far as getting a star? Zach Randolph retires with the Thunder, and Kyle Korver retires on the Heat. Okay, the draft lottery. Let's see how it's looking here. The Raptors. We have the 26th pick. Not really worried about that, to be honest. Nick Nurse is still our head coach. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go and skip the draft because I really, like I said, don't need to pay attention to it. I mean, they get me Jalen Smith at the end of the first round. I'll go ahead and sign him. He's not going to get any minutes this year, though. OG Anunoby signs back. Donovan Mitchell, like I said, a lot of these free agents do accept their team options in qualifying offers. So, Fred VanVleet, of course, I will offer that because I would love to match any offer he gets because I do want to bring Fred VanVleet back, of course. Like, there's no way I don't want to. Well, I don't know how much money this guy's going to want. I really don't. But I don't want to let him walk, so that's for sure. He could be a potential starter next year based off how everything goes. But Al Horford looks like the best free agent available right now. As far as cap holds, Serge Ibaka, going to go ahead and renounce you. CJ Miles, as well as you. Brad Wanamaker, I don't even know who that is. But, all right, so we're going to renounce everybody besides Fred VanVleet, and he's holding off 11 million cap space, so we can still potentially maybe go sign a different. But what could we use? We have Kyle Lowry, DeLon Wright, Norman Powell, OG Anunoby, Pascal, Jalen Smith. Oh, I was about to say, I thought that was Jason Smith. I was like, what? Okay, but Jalen Smith, that's fine. Jonas Valanciunas. I kind of regret giving Jonas that contract, but like I said, not much I can do about it now. But, I mean, as far as a position we really could use, I don't feel very comfortable with our starting 2-guard position. Maybe, let's see what we got. Avery Bradley. I mean, as far as a guy that will come in, maybe help us out right now, Brandon Ingram is available. Jamal Murray, possibly. I mean, I don't know, man. I think the realistic part of me wants to just, re-sign Fred VanVleet and then it'd be done. But I don't know, man. Jabari Parker maybe is a possibility to come over to the Toronto Raptors. Derek Favors. Let me see what I can do, though, and we'll get it figured out. So in free agency, we're going to go ahead and give Trey Lyles a $12 million 3-year contract. I think that he's a nice fit. Like, he'd be a stretch big next to Jonas Valanciunas. And, of course, he goes with the Denver Nuggets. So, obviously, that didn't work. I thought that was the best fit. Dragon Bender wants, like, a 24. Like, what have you deserved to get a contract like that? Absolutely nothing. So, you can take a step back. JaMychal Green's available. I want a stretch big. I mean, if not, I might as well just start at Pascal. So, I mean, I might as well not even Dwight Powell. I mean, maybe... Are Dwight Powell and Norman Powell related in real life? I have no idea if they are or not. But maybe Dwight Powell will come off the bench. I don't know. 4.30 for 2 years, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, I don't expect crazy signings because I don't know where this Raptors team is at now. At this point, we could almost sign some bonus, but I mean we don't really need him. I mean he'd probably be nice off the bench. He'd probably hit the 3 better than. Let's see if he can hit the 3 better than Pascal. So let's see if maybe he would come to the team. So let's see what we got. Dwight Powell and Sabonis both go to different teams, so we lose on both of them. Al Horford. I don't know about that. Who's giving him an offer right now? Should I sign Al Horford? He's still a decent player. The Hornets have given him an offer, and the Nets have given him an offer. 3 years for 63 mil. He's 34 years old. So is Kyle Lowry, though. So, I mean, I can't knock him off for that. Maybe to come play the natural position for about 2. I wouldn't give you a 3-year. Maybe, you know, play with Kyle Lowry for the last 2 years of his contract, and then you guys will both expire, and then the Raptors can finally go a different direction. So 15.15 for 2 years is all I'm going to give you, but I mean, I would possibly take you, and I strike out with him too. So, I mean, what can I do? Not much at all. So, I struck out on literally everybody I was going to get. So, I'm going to have to go with, I have money too. That's the funny part. Jeremy Lamb, Taurean Prince, although he's not a power forward. All positions, 6'8". I mean, he could play the 4. He's tall enough to do it. Mitchell Robinson is here now. Wade Baldwin. Wow. Holy crap, you want a lot of money. Yes, you did just make an all summer league NBA team, or however you call it, but man, I wouldn't give you that much money unless you prove yourself a little bit more. But oh man, I'm struggling. I don't know who to get. I really don't want to throw this money at any of these guys, to be honest. So I mean, maybe I can figure something out, but I'll see you guys at the rotation. We'll see if I make any changes. I might not, though. Guys, for the final rotation, Kyle Lowry, DeLon Wright, OG Anunoby, Pascal. We got Jonas Valanciunas, Fred VanVleet, Norman Powell, Davis Bertans, and Joffrey Laverne or Justin Anderson. I could interchange those two, but I'll just leave it the way it is. But let's see if we make the playoffs one more time. Of course, like I said, it's an interesting team. I wasn't making this video to try to get this Raptors 3 championships in a row. I was literally just, you know, taking the direction I think the Raptors will probably take. And it definitely is an interesting one. But I did re-sign Fred VanVleet. I really didn't recap this. I re-signed him to a 4-year contract. So I think they got Fred VanVleet locked up for a pretty long time. And like I said, Kyle Lowry will be an expiring contract soon. They signed him for the rest of his prime, although his prime is probably over now at 34 years old. But definitely, like I said, an interesting team. Should we start Norman Powell potentially over DeLon Wright? I think we should. I'll just leave it. No, he plays better defense. So let's do 23. Let's start Norman Powell instead. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, turn trades off. No more trades happening. Going to finish out the video. Let's see how this Toronto Raptors team finishes out. And let's see if we can make some noise. Shout out to the Toronto Raptors for staying very relevant in this video throughout whatever moves I've thrown at you. But one last check for the Lakers. And one thing I do want to talk about, well, let's see how we did. 18 points still. Okay, Kyle Lowry's still averaging around 19 points. I mean, he's kind of the lead guy there, though, so you kind of expect him to do that. But one thing I do want to talk about, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, okay. One thing I do want to talk about, I know I've said that like 3 times now, but looks like a potential Carmelo Anthony for Dennis Schroeder deal is being discussed right now, which I think is interesting. The Thunder would definitely be getting a nice backup point guard, and it looks like the Hawks would just buy out Carmelo, but definitely an interesting to trade. We'll see if that goes down, and then obviously we'll do rebuilds over that. But we beat the Celtics in 7 games, and we probably are not even close to better than the Celtics. That's just how much 2K disrespects the Celtics. So we even it up. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and just like that, oh, we do not. They forced a Game 7 on us. So even when LeBron is not on the Cavs, they are still our kryptonite. Come on now. All right. What am I trying to do? This part. All right, so let's see if we can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, surprisingly. It looks like LeBron... Okay, we did. All right, so how much we beat them by? 3 points. Fred VanVleet led the way with 21 points. Shout out to Fred VanVleet. Kevin Love... Wow. Okay, Hassan Whiteside's on that team now, so I guess that makes a little bit of sense. But the 76ers, the cheat code 76ers, although we do even it up. We do even it up again. We're up 3-2, and we win in 6. I don't know how we're in the NBA Finals. I don't know. And we're facing Kawhi Leonard and the Lakers. Wow, interesting. So definitely a great way to end this video. So let's see how we do. So we even it up. Kawhi Leonard once on the Raptors, obviously left for the Lakers. And we're up 3-2, and we win a championship over Kawhi Leonard. So, wow. How did we win a championship? I literally just... Okay, whatever. whatever. That's awesome, though. That's awesome. So, Toronto wins a championship without DeRozan and Kawhi. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and, of course, subscribe if you haven't already. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.